So we don't have so much time. We want you to go first. If you want to interrogate any of them here, you have 30 seconds to ask the question, and they have 1 minute to respond. All the questions
I have
at
a
once.
quick question for Mr. Onobanjo. One of the questions I have is, I'm a bit confused. You talk about no dues, then you talk about dues. So I'm just, what exactly is your stand regarding that too? And this second one is for both of you also. Azuka says, Mr. Azuka said he's a master communicator. And as a journalist, one of the things you do is you never run with unverified source. So if you say you have sources of information, did you ever attempt to confirm many of those so-called sources, especially?
Did I say that?
There are a couple of things that have been credited to you, not just today, that you said on social media, and assumptions that have been made that have not been verified, which has not been.
Thank you very much, Mr. Degoke.
Let me answer.
Abdul, you're going to answer 1 minute.
Okay. You are talking about no due or due. First thing, in our Association of Nigeria, there's a financial member and there's non-financial member. Everybody are supposed to welcome into our Association of Nigeria. The financial members are people who pay their dues. And those are the ones that are supposed to get the benefit of every event our Association of Nigeria is organizing, either free or minimal amount of money to pay. And non-financial member, you are a financial member because you are a Nigerian. That's why I said, for you to vote, it should be your passport or your national ID card that identify you as a Nigerian, not by paying due. And the paying due now is what some group of people are now using to buy votes. So
why did it take you 2 years to pay your membership?
No,
dues?
please.
Okay, I will answer
Or
that.
more,
I will answer
or
that.
even 3 years.
I will answer that for you. I
Please.
will answer that because you did not provide value. Okay. And I cannot be paying that money. It's a little money, but I can pay more than that. The Nigerian barbecue, I donated over $200.
Which of the barbecues?
The barbecue during the PYR, I donated money.
Please.
So, but this one, they called me, I did not donate because you didn't provide value.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abdul.
What am I answering?
I work hard to make my money.
Which
and
question?
I
Thank
want
you
to
very
give it
much,
out for
Abdul.
something.
What exact question? Because he said there are some rumors. I don't know the rumors he credited to me.
He's asking you for the information, the things that you have said tonight or have put outside. Did you verify
No,
them?
he
as
needs
the
to say,
journalist?
I don't know, because I don't know what he's talking about.
Are
Can
there
he
specific things
can
you
he
need
mention
to
the so that I
verify?
can, because I don't delete anything I have posted online, forever. I
He
don't
took
do that.
time to ask those questions.
I don't know what, because, if he
Okay,
doesn't,
so we can
if it's
take
not
this-
specific.
we can take this as you don't have an answer.
No,
to
no,
the
no, no,
question.
please. No. That would be very, very unfair
He
to me.
asked the questions.
No, that is he's not specific. Can you tell him to say this thing you said, this thing? I will ask him my own.
Do you have any specifics in 10 seconds?
Obviously, it's hard for me to, because there are a lot of stuff that has been quoted
Just
to
one.
him that has been
One.
said.
They have been quoted. You didn't see them,
No,
and
no.
they are credited
Mr.
to me.
Zuka,
problem.
just 1 second.
No
Do
problem.
you have one or two?
No, that's rumor, completely.
No,
Okay,
but there
so
are
we
screenshots,
consider
but no
this
problem.
as no
Rumor.
question, no answer.
No answer ahead. So
All right.
now, the comment he made about no payments, no payments. I guess he wasn't talking about
I
me
wasn't
because
referring to you.
I've been
Mr.
paying.
Negoke, please hold on, Mr. Zuka. Please, let's maintain.
Okay, I have been
decorum.
paying my dues since I came in. Somebody asked. I have answered this, whether this is an afterthought. Why we didn't come out at the last election? I said that I didn't want to come out because, just like he said, I'm a very busy person. I know that the moment I take up this job, it will take my time, take my money, take my family, everything. So I didn't eagerly want to come out because there wasn't anything to gain from it. But when he came out and he was rejected, why was he rejected? He didn't make, some people scored 250 in that same election where he scored 160. So I felt that the people said no to him, and then there was a vacuum and people asked me to come, and I considered it, and I came out.
Thank you very much for yielding. Abdul, you answered the question. You're going to be the next now. If you have any questions to ask any of the candidates there, you have 30 seconds to do so.
Okay, my question goes to Goke. My first question is, you invited Timi Dakolo for the event. And maybe if you want to give us the figure now, if you don't want to give us, it's left to you. I want to ask you, what procedures do you pass to invite a musician? Did you put it into house before you invited him for people to vote the kind of musician they want? Or you just went all the way to bring him on board? And my second question is this to you as well, is that you are talking about accountability, but we haven't seen any form of accountability in everything that you have actually done in all your processes. You are only talking. There is no record that shows your accountability processes. Thank you.
Well, I wish you come for those meetings. I know you said they don't create value for you, so that's why you don't show up. It's unfortunate that you don't show up for something that you want to lead. So in those meetings, right, we brought out the name Timi Dakolo. Even the budget that you refer to and the amounts that we're going to pay Timi Dakolo, we ran it too. It wasn't just something at executive or at board level, right? It was also with members. We had a meeting and we ran through each of the line items or figures. So that's important. And that's the reason why when leaders don't show up, that's what happens. When leaders run with unverifiable truths, that's what happens. And that's why I would ask you to please try and be more involved. Not just trying to lead something from the top, be more involved. When I lost in 2019...
No, at that meeting, they picked Timi Dakolo to
please,
come.
At that meeting, as a leader, we talked...
Did you put it out?
I put it out that we're inviting Timi Dakolo, and there were no objections to that fact. So if there were objections, if people in meeting, it would have been noted, but there were no objections. And when it was time to present the budget, we presented the budget. You speak about accountability. Listen, in your time, because obviously you didn't finish the time when you were PR because you resigned. I hope you won't resign again if you are even elected. But the truth of the matter about accountability, one of the things that we have done is that we have proper record. Listen, the board is aware. They've seen.
Thank you very much,
You'll be amazed about the documentation.
Thank you for your
Everything is
time.
processed. This is the first time we have produced a report, a financial report, long before
Time is up, please. Let's respect this time, please. Your people are watching online, and they are watching all these things. Let's conduct ourselves with decorum. All right, Azuka, you have question for either side. You have 30 seconds.
Okay, my question will go first of all to Mr. Adegoke Fadere. In your 2 years tenure, was there any time you were a vendor, a supplier, a consultant, a contractor for ANNS? And did you, that is either in your capacity as your person or your personal company, did you benefit from that? And how many times did you do such thing for the organization?
So I can tell
Hold
you.
on 1 second. Do you have any other question for Abdul? No.
No,
Thank
not
you
now.
very much. All right, go for it.
I
1
can
minute.
tell you that in my 2 years, I did not collect contracts. So one of the processes that we have put in place in ANS is that we do not disburse money ahead of time, right? What we have done is that whenever there are services, even people who have done even this election will recognize that they will spend their money and you have to receipt back for it. So at no point in time did I issue myself or give myself a contract, neither did any member of my team. There were disbursements that we used our money for and that we require, which is also supported by the bylaw. We didn't come to ANS. The executives that were voted in 2022, 2024 did not come in broke. You might see that we have passion for the work we do. I think we do have a job. We are heavily busy. I hear the word busy, busy, busy. Half of the time, you cannot have been as busy as I have been. So, but that's not an excuse. We do this job because there's a question that was asked, moderator.
My
that
question
you guys
was,
have not been,
my question was, did you or your
I've
personal...
answered you. I just answered you that I never did. There's a question somebody asked me online that you've not allowed me to ask. Somebody asked for the mod slides, why didn't I call it quit? Or I was asked to call it quit. Or that question was not answered. I hope at some point I'll be able to address that question.
Address it. We give you 15
so
seconds.
one of the things that I think transgenerational, and it's important for us to note this. One of the things that whether we like it or not, we are always going to be in the minority here in Canada. Our children are going to grow up in Canada and they will have all kinds of statements, remarks, and words tormented and thrown at them. It's always easy to quit. It's always easy to quit, and it was easy for me to walk away to quit. But one of the things that was important for me is to ensure that I send a message to our children, to another generation, that your vision is valid, that your vision cannot be discountenanced simply because some group of people have a different opinion about you. I am still in this race because I want my child, my son, my little boy, my girl, and many children that are Nigerians, that regardless of what is thrown at them, you don't call it quit simply because of an accusation that is unfounded and not based on truth, you would always stick. It's been said, quitters never win. And it's important for that message to resound in the nation. That's why we did Dare to Dream Camp, so our children can dream.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, let's put our hands together for these people. They've done so well. And we are completely out of time. But we're going to give them, do we have one more question that we want to?
We have
Okay,
one
I don't think that
question.
question is still, it's
It's-
ready at this point. We're going
Yeah.
to give you each 2 minutes. And that's going to be for your closing argument. Please go straight to the point and respect the time. We're going to start with you, Abdul. Azuka will be next. Adegoke will be last. Go for it.
This is what I'm just going to say, that tribal religion have nothing to do with us. We are in a community that we have a lot of nationalities that are even more than us. So if you are coming out to say, if you go to anywhere, anybody asks you, you can't tell them you are Igbo or where are you from. You can't say Igbo or Yoruba. Even if you say Igbo, they will ask you, where is that from? You still have to mention Nigeria. So this is the only place, this is the only, Nigeria is the only thing that we can use to have a one voice. And the good example we can lay down for our children is to make sure that we come together and support the economic activities of Nigeria in Nova Scotia. And this is what my office is going to do, to make sure that we bring in, we make Office of the Association of Nigeria accessible to everyone. And by making it accessible to everyone is by creating value and also making people to have access point to us. And I just want to use this to let us, please, for those who are being paid to vote, make sure that you don't vote based on people voting, paying you to vote. So, because the membership due is meant for them to provide value and not for them to pay you. That is why you see them, they are not doing anything. They organize event, is very, very expensive for you to go. And the only people there, and you will find about 500 people at that event, half of them are not paying the membership due. But that's not the problem. The problem is that the event should be inclusive. It should be for everyone. It should welcome all Nigerians together. And this is what I just want to say, that we should be actually come together as one. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Azuka.
Okay, thank you. My final word will be that as the president of the Association of Nigerians in Nova Scotia, I will ensure that Nigerians start to think like one, and that they start to imbibe those values that has made Canada attractive. And that is that there are systems and there are templates. I am a process person. I will build templates that will be running on, that nobody should come and be bigger than that template. Secondly, I will ensure that there is seamless communication. When I say that I will be the chief communicator, what it means is that I won't wait for people to come and get information from me. I am not a lord. I am not a king. I am a servant. And this job is a job that I know that it will take my time, it will take my money, it will take my peace of mind and my everything. So I will do everything to ensure, now that I have come out, I will do everything to ensure that I do it well and do it to the letter. And I will build that trust, that they will know that when I say what I have built all my life is my name. If you mention in Azuka, anywhere, people will tell you that they know who you are talking. And I won't want to soil it with anything. As I said, I won't be a supplier. I won't make money from this. And when people go to buy things from us, they won't come and just give us report. You will give us report with receipt, everything, atemize, toothpicks, everything, state it down, let people know, so that people who are donating the money will not feel that you are building your house or buying your clothes, through their money. That is transparency. And I will be accountable, and I will show them integrity. Finally, a lion lives for 10 years, but the lioness lives for about 16 years. Why? Once the lion loses its pride, it becomes vulnerable.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Adegoke.
It's clear tonight regarding what we need to do as an association. I think what is very paramount is to look on this stage and ask, what is the thinking or the mentality of the leaders that we have in front of us? The question is, the leadership, is it a question when you lose an election, like in 2020, and you disappear and say no value was added? Are you saying you cannot bring value to the association? One of the things I'm proud about is the meet and greet session that we had. In 2022 was the very first time we had a meet and greet session, and I'm glad that's when I met him for the first time. That was the introduction that he had with the association. It was because of that meet and greet. Now he has a voice to speak to all of Nigerians in Nova Scotia. That is what we have done in the last 2 years. We have broadened the scope. We have allowed it possible for people to be heard regardless of their status. We have made it easy and seamless for Nigerians to arrive at the airport and not worry about how would they get to their location. We have made sure that it is possible for our students to be supported because they have mentors or professionals to have. The next 2 years, what we're getting ready to do is time to deepen the association. I ran 2 years ago saying we want to broaden and deepen. We spent the last 2 years to broaden it. It's time for us to deepen it. How do we want to deepen this? Like I said, we're getting ready to have those cultural groups. We're getting ready to have those cultural dance, language classes, the training workshops that will help our businesses. They will have virtual, be able to use the office for virtual spaces. It's going to be an incredible time. We'll have an amazing boardroom. I see it already. When I spoke about a Dare to Dream camp, I had people in my team who were worried for me. I thought I was insane because we had $0, but we found a way. Every single money we have spent, when they give you money to spend by government, there's already a pre-approved budget. If we ever went outside of the pre-approved budget, people would not be giving us money today. So you can take it from me. We worked with the budget that was approved for every single expenditure that we made. And that's what I'm so proud about. And I want to say thank you to everyone who worked with me and all the volunteers.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Goke. Thank you, Mr. Zoka. Thank you, Mr. Abdul. The community has heard you. It is now time for them to go out and vote who they want to lead the association. Thank you to everyone who logged in as well tonight, our members online, people in person, and thank you to the group that let us use their venue today for this campaign.
The Believers
Thank
Church.
you so much.
Thank you
House,
so much.
Believers House Church, yeah?
Let me
Thank
say
you
this
very much
quickly.
for your time.
Pastor Shea was one who picked me up at the airport the first time I arrived in Nova Scotia.
Thank you very
It's
much.
people like this that make it easy for me to serve.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And this is the end of the debate. Thank you very much, and we wish you luck.
Thank you so much, sir.
Take care.
Thank you. Thank you, man, for all the great job you did.